If you're already tired of trading your time for money and want to live life on your own terms, then there's four assets that you must be invested in to make that happen. Unfortunately, most people won't take this advice and will have to depend on their 9 to 5 job for income the rest of their life. But that's not going to happen to you, right? Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Anzalone, a periodontist and real estate investor that teaches people like you how to build passive income so you can use your time however you like. Now, I've put together a quick start guide for passive income that you can grab in the link below this video. So today I'm going to break down the four assets most millionaires invest in order to become wealthy. Now, what does it mean to be wealthy? Some might think it's driving it around in a Lambo, living in a mansion with vacation homes. But the true definition of wealth is actually rather simple. It's the following. It's doing what you want, when you want, with whoever you want as long as you want to. That's it. It's nothing more than achieving time freedom. And the problem is, if we subscribe to the mainstream ways of how society teaches us how we must achieve wealth, then it'll never happen. And their main way is what? It's called the accumulation model. What is it? It's invest in a 401k or some type of other retirement account for 50 years. And then when we have this big pile of money, even though we may not have ideal health, we're supposed to have when we're 75 or 80, when we have this big pile of money, then we'll be able to enjoy all the fruits of our labor. So if you're shooting for 3 million, 4 million, 7 million or more, then you may or never get to enjoy life and do all the things you want to because your time may run out short. Listen, if you have the ability to save 4, 5, 8 million bucks, which I know you do, then you probably know and understand about the 4% rule. And that if you have $1 million saved up, it's only going to get you about $40,000 a year to live on. Now, have you seen what inflation is doing today? Can you imagine what it's going to do to your 40 grand in the future? And even if we had zero inflation, who wants to work their entire career to retire on living on 40 grand a year? More than likely, you'll run out of money in no time. You know what? No thanks, Mr. Financial Advisor. So, when you operate your entire career using this accumulation model, it's going to hold you back and keep you from taking some of the risks necessary to build wealth. But here's the deal: having financial freedom is nothing more than building up enough passive income. So what? So it can pay for all your personal expenses. That's it. This is going to be your mortgage, your food, your travel, your electricity, water, car payments, everything that's on your annual expense list. That's it. And once you have this covered, then you're free to use your time however you choose. Now, there are four assets that are amazing and can help you achieve wealth by providing all of these extra income streams that we're talking about. So you don't have to rely on only one income source from your job, which is probably what you're doing now. And then you can enjoy being financially free. So let's talk about the four assets that will make you rich. Asset number one: business. In today's world, the richest young people start businesses. This is the one asset that takes the most determination to make, but here's the bottom line: it's the one that takes the least amount to get started. All it takes is your grit and determination. You know what? You can have a 9 to 5 job, you can work 40 hours a week, you can have a W 2 job, yet still start a side business, go out, grind it out, save money, and reinvest and continue to reinvest in that business. This is exactly what I did. Even though I run a full-time practice as a periodontist, I wanted to start something, some type of side business where I could share with others like you what I've been learning all along the way as I personally am growing extra streams of income besides the income coming from my dental practice. So if you're a subscriber to my channel, hopefully you are. If you're not, hit the subscribe button. And you subscribe to my blog, debtfreedr.com, then you can actually go back and take a look at the journey that I've been along the way. Has it been easy? No. But think about it. What in life is easy if you want to be successful? Has it been fun? Absolutely. Now, the connections that I've made with this blog, this YouTube channel, with people like Robert Kiyosaki's accountant, Tom Wheelwright, and real estate guru and undercover billionaire Grant Cardone has been awesome. But the best part is I'm able to connect with people like you, people that are in the same shoes I'm in, getting up every morning, we're grinding it out day to day, we're going to our job, all going for that same goal. And that same goal is achieving financial freedom. All right, so business is number one. The second asset that's going to make you rich is my favorite asset. That's real estate. Now, Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki said that his rich dad taught him to be an entrepreneur, start businesses, and be a real estate investor. And because of this combination, he could avoid paying taxes and make a lot more money. Now, he was taught that owning a business, but without real estate, he's going to pay a lot more in taxes. And that's the problem. So, more than likely, you're like me. You're busy with your careers, your family, your kid obligations. You know what? You just don't have time to deal with and manage tenants. I know I don't. But there's other ways that you can get into real estate investing besides being a landlord. You can passively invest in real estate and still reap the benefits of this extra cash flow to get you on a much faster path to financial independence. I personally like to invest in real estate syndications for this passive cash flow. The third asset is paper investments. Now, this is probably the most familiar with you because you probably already invest in this, such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, etc. And the good thing about this group is that if you make a mistake, because this group is very liquid, you can get in and get out very quickly. Whereas the problem with the first two, business and real estate, you're going to be in it much longer as it's very illiquid. Now, most of the people that invest in paper, myself included, we typically are buy and hold investors. We're counting on it to grow and accumulate in value, and then at some point live off the interest it spins off via compound interest. And the fourth and final asset class that you should consider investing in for wealth are commodities. Now, these are scarce resources such as oil. Now, in the US, if you deal in oil, the government will actually give you tremendous tax breaks. Actually, the tangible cost for drilling oil in the US is actually 100% tax deductible. Also in this category are precious metals. So we have oil, we have precious metals like gold and silver. Again, these are scarce resources, and because they're scarce, they'll typically appreciate value. But one of the more, or probably one of the most popular commodities these days is something called, which I'm sure you've heard about it, Bitcoin. Now, even though most people think BTC is money, it's actually classified as a commodity. Now, when it was created, only 21 million coins were created. I think it was created back in 2009. And as time goes on, less and less of these coins are able to be mined due to the way that it was originally set up in 2009. Now, currently at the time of this video, only 6.25 coins can be mined every 10 minutes. And actually, this number actually halves every 4 years. And again, at the time of this video, roughly about 18 million of the 21 coins have been mined. But because it continues to halve every 4 years, the last Bitcoin will not be mined until the year 2140. Now, what this means is, as time goes on, this commodity becomes extremely scarce, and experts feel that it's for this reason that the price will continue to go up in value. Now that you know the four assets that the rich invest in, for most poor people, unfortunately, they only focus on getting a secure job so they can work their way up the corporate ladder. Whereas again, the rich focus on investing in these types of assets that they're going to make them money even while they sleep. Speaking of investing in assets that make you money, what I want you to do is check out this next video over here where I discuss my favorite passive investment, real estate syndications. I'll see you over here.